the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA season, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Midget Smith.
Man, it's been a long summer.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. We have been waiting for this day for a long time. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Looking at Boston, they're determined to begin the season as winners, to make all their off-season planning and hard work in the preseason pay off. You know what they say, you only get one chance to start the season with a win, and tonight is their chance. After a brisk off-season, it's finally upon us, fellas.
What's that?
Opening night.
Oh, tonight's opening night?
Hey,
Oh, those are preseason
games. Shaq, your thoughts on how important it is for a team to get off to a fast start?
Well, early wins gives you confidence.
Oh, do they ever?
Makes you more intimidating to play against.
Does it ever?
I'm so excited. I miss you guys this summer.
Oh, I know. What have you been doing?
To be here. I went to China about 59 times.
Yeah.
I went to Cancun 72 times.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the North Pole twice.
Oh, wow.
How's
So
that?
pretty uneventful summer for you.
It was bad. I was looking for Santa. I couldn't find it.
Okay, well,
You're not supposed to. The fans, the local media, everyone is excited. And I just am excited to be here, start of the season, and you don't want to start slow. You don't want to have any rough patches early.
what'd you do this summer?
I went fishing.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. Deep
Catch
sea
anything?
fishing. Yes, I did. I went to Dubai and went deep sea fishing.
Wow, awesome. So you were traveling all over the place? You go deep sea fishing?
What you do?
I cut the grass. Awesome. Well, that wraps it up. Let's go courtside.
On the floor, representing the Boston Celtics. At the power forward, Marcus Morris. At shooting, Marcus Smart. At center, Al Horford. At the other forward position, Guard Kyrie. At the other guard position, Kyrie Irving. The head coach of the visiting team is Brad Stevens.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Boston Celtics facing the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And with all the familiar faces on both sides, you know this game means a lot for both teams. Not just with the trade, but we expect them to battle for that East crown all season long. Both teams heavy favorites to meet in the conference finals.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Smart is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Hayward in at the 3 slot. No good from Irving.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
Offensive rebound. Back to LeBron. Love with the screen on Hayward. James dishes to Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to James. Thomas got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And whoever can get this first win to open the season and then open the series, I think they have an edge. It can set the tone for what lies ahead for both teams. If any player tries to say this was just another game, they're lying to you.
The drive. Look at that jam.
No way.
I mean, just beautiful.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
That unleashed chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Here's Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line. And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent. And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
Now here's LeBron. A wide open look for Love. Another three for Cleveland.
Precision shooting off the pass. Love takes no time letting that one go.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Brad Stevens for just a minute. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Well, they're aware of how difficult an opponent this is to defend. A lot of good shooters they have to deal with.
Which means being extra active with their perimeter deep, fighting through the screens, quick switches, all the little things they need to do to prevent those open looks.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. I expect a lot of movement defensively. They have to be reacting like a watch, rotating all night long.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
For Boston, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Outside Irving. Can they get it? Tipped away.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
A nice shot by LeBron.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Here's Irving following the basket by LeBron James. He was all alone on that one.
Pure shooting form shown by Kyrie on that one. Lets the ball just roll off the fingertips.
James kicks to Thompson. Kicks it out to James. Thompson sets the pick for James. Drops in the layup for 2. James has got 6 points.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Mental aspect of his game probably goes overlooked sometimes.
When you think about the way that LeBron James can be a chess master out on the floor, wherever he wants the ball, he can set the pieces up where he knows he can take advantage of how the defense is going to play. And his teammates will tell you he can pretty much recall any play after a game that he's played. So him processing the game is on another level.
Here is Rose following the basket by Kyrie Irving. LeBron passes to Rose. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Rose has got his first points in this one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Irving with a clean look. Again, Irving missing.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you. This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
And Brent, when you look at the way LeBron has constructed his business empire, hiring his childhood friends to manage it, it's been talked about, but it's been successful.
Well, he's taken ownership, Kevin, of what his career has been, but he's also empowered those around them to have a future, to make a life. And he certainly is blazing his own trail as he's made his way through his career in the NBA.
Free throw good, LeBron.
And the Cavs trade for Isaiah Thomas reunites two former teammates. He and Kevin Love actually played a little AAU ball together, both of them growing up in the Pacific Northwest.
Boston making a switch here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Smart. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Now here's LeBron. 8 points for him. There's Rose with the 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 5 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 14.
And back in high school, Isaiah Thomas used to ride the train down to Portland and stay the weekend at the Love's family house. For those two teaming up once again at this level, it's pretty surreal.
So Marcus Morris gets a defender in a 1-on-1 situation. Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
Smith checked in for Cleveland. Korver comes in for Dwayne Wade. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
And it's Love missing. Celtics trail by 13. Tatum kicks to Brown. That's tipped. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Smith's running. Takes a 3. They get it back. The pass to Korver. Back to Smith. The kick out to Rose. A 3-pointer off the mark. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Crowder up and in on the layup.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in
putting all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
A total team effort. Each guy looking to make the extra pass.
Well, as the coach of the team, you just can't ask for anything more. Obviously, this is propelling them to their advantage in the game.
They've got Kyle Korver, Kevin Love out there with Jae Crowder. And it's Rose, and it's Smith in at the 3. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
And that's some inspiration. Steals blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
Well, the team needed just a bit of momentum shifting back to their side. They're excited. Let's see if they can maintain that excitement long enough to get some damage done.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Derrick Rose. Here's Morris. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Opening day upon us, Brent. Some teams already looked as if they are championship contenders already. Others clearly in a rebuild mode. What's the mindset of players entering the season on a rebuilding team?
Well, if you're a veteran guy, you're asking your agent, can I get a trade? they would love to get on one of those contending teams. But a rebuilding team is about making progress each month, really, quite honestly. That's what you want to see, Kevin, is progression month to month. Each of the games, maybe chunk out a block, 20 games here, 20 games there, and you'll want to see just improvement overall in what your squad is doing.
Cleveland leading by 15. Smith dishes to Thompson. Out to Smith. Pass to Thomas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Celtics ball.
And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for Cleveland.
And the bigs tonight have been the table setters in terms of their ability to pass the basketball. That's freed the guards to roam off the ball, and everyone's getting easier looks because of it.
Celtics trail by 15. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that'll prompt Brad Stevens
to regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
Celtics making a switch here. Now Horford's checked in for Aaron Baines. Gordon Hayward comes in for Marcus Morris. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. Feeds it to Crowder. Smith kicks to Crowder. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Crowder against Irving. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Smart kicks to Horford. Here's Hayward. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And J.R. Smith, one of the more unabashed cutters, Brent, in the NBA.
I always say this about J.R. Smith, Kevin. When in doubt, shoot. Stay in doubt all the time. And J.R. Smith has played his career in doubt.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. LeBron comes in for Crowder. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Kyle Korver. They get it back.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
The three from Thomas. Here's James. It's blocked. Hayward outside. To the inside. Here's Horford, and that's off the glass and in. Horford's got his first points of the game.
Well, if Horford was a doctor, that's where he'd operate. When he gets it like that, he's always money from there.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. They grab their own miss. Smith, the pass to LeBron. Shot to stop the drought.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Celtics trail by 15. Hayward with the ball. Hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Thomas against Irving. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the body control that time of Kyrie Irving? Absorbs the contact, stays focused, not going to be denied down there.
And just so much emotion here in this game for Kyrie Irving. Going up against LeBron, the team he won a championship with. You have to wonder just what is firing through his head while he tries to take down the team he came up with.
One shot, behind the lanes.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And with Kyrie, the talk was that he wanted to get out of LeBron's shadow. Felt he needed to leave in order to write his own history. And while doing that, he'll always have an uneasy matchup against Cleveland.
There's a minute 40 left in the first half of the game. He feeds it to Tatum. Pass to Smart. Shot clock at 5. Boston, no good that time either.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
James dishes to Thompson. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Brent, when you watch Tristan Thompson pursue offensive rebounds, he's constantly battling for position inside.
Well, he toes the line a lot with what he can get away with, but more and more the experience on the court and who it is that he's playing against does a great job of predicting where shots are coming off, finding angles on the inside, and being in great position to make easy scores. And Tristan Thompson, more of a center's game in a 6'9" frame, especially with the way small ball has gone. He has the ability to hold his own down on the inside. That combination of long arms, strength, the quick jumping, and the willpower to dominate, that's put Tristan Thompson on the map.
Love outside. Wade outside. Launches a 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 7th assist in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
13 feet away. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. LeBron's got 14 points for the game. And for Thompson, the downside to playing him at center is he is not a big-time shot blocker.
Well, he does have good mobility in the pick and roll, Kevin, and he covers the smaller men on the switches. But you're right, as soon as you get around the rim, sometimes Tristan Thompson is not able to get vertical and challenge some shots out there.
Offensive rebound, kicks it out to Love. Good on the three-point shot. 11 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Smart. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Scooped up.
Were those guys back on defense? I didn't see him. Somehow someone missed an assignment. Luckily, he bricked the mid-range.
And so it's Cleveland holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half, and you have a big lead. But do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh, yeah. We got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. And now back to the other Kevin.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 7 assists. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else. Their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Cleveland leading by 22. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Celtics. Hayward outside at the 3 with Morris to his side at the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Smart, and it's Horford in at the 5. And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball.
And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving, sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point-per-game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
The drive by James, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you, full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
The Cavaliers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Hey, Brent, as we move toward a more positionless league, versatility obviously is such a key. Who do you think are some of the more versatile centers in the game right now?
Making it look pretty effortless right now, LeBron James in a rhythm.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. There's a good screen. Horford sets a screen for Irving. The dish to Smart. Morris kicks to Irving. Horford sets a screen for Smart. Over Wade. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. From the arc. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Kevin Love, such a versatile offensive player. That's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
A different look now for Cleveland. Crowder comes in for James. And it's Korver in for Dwayne Wade. Brown is checked in for Boston. Here's Irving. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Irving's got 16. And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin. Then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Boston. Terry Rozier comes in for Kyrie Irving. 3 from the inbound. Intense shot, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
For Cleveland, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
One shot.
Back in 2008, Kevin Love was drafted with the 5th pick by Memphis and then traded to Minnesota, and he became the Timberwolves star player in a hurry. But they couldn't surround him with the kind of talent necessary to make it out of the lottery in the Western Conference.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Rozier kicks to Hayward. And the Celtics hit again from deep. And despite his production, Love's impact was questioned in Minnesota, even at times, Brent, by the Wolves front office.
The idea in Minnesota is they didn't want to commit to the full 5-year max and had Ricky Rubio at the time as the franchise player. And even the whispers after the trade of Kevin Love, you heard a lot of things that might have been unflattering, most of which I don't think were necessarily true. In the end, the trade worked out for both teams. Wiggins got to Minnesota. The Cavs got a star in Kevin Love and then ended up with a title.
He took good advantage of that screen. 7 points for Gordon Hayward.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Thomas passes to Thompson. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rozier kicks to Baines. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
And the wide open shot from Crowder. A 3-pointer is right on target. Crowder's got 5 now.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the 3-point line or you risk getting burned.
Morris dishes to Baines. Morris a screen. Brown wide open. He fires. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Out to Smith. 3-pointer. And Rozier pulls it down.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. Hayward outside. Off the pick. But they'll get another chance. Here's Brown. They get it back. Goes up again. Shot's good by Baines. Baines has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
Rose gets a wide open look. Nailed from 3-point land.
And that's a shot Rose must make consistently. When he's making it rain from there, this team is hard to match up with.
Hayward a screen on Crowder. Here's Morris. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Crowder from outside. The shot will not fall. Now Boston takes it the other way. The baseline Jae. And that's good for 2. Hayward's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
This guy is looking for some life preservers. He needs more help. He's playing well, but his teammates have to pick up the slack here.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Here's Rozier. The screen from Brown. Rozier kicks to Brown. 2 on the clock. And the miss. The 3 quarters of play all in the books.
Pace of play is a big part of tonight, okay? Make sure on the bench when we come back, we lift it.
The team's great young teachers, Brad Stevens, wanting his guys to control the tempo.
Yeah, and he feels if they push it, if they attack intelligently, it's going to be to their advantage.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Green is out there with Channing Frye. And it's Smith, and it's Rose. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And Cleveland making a change here. Calderon's checked in. Boston shooting around 40% from the floor here. This is a Nader. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Smith wide open. He fires. Hands it from downtown. Smith's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Cavs. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do, but with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about, to bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft. Teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play, too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
I do it for free.
I'll see you over there.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
LeBron's checked in for Cleveland. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Rozier. Off the screen. Offensive rebound. Baines. LeBron with the block.
LeBron throwing that one away hard. There's a message behind that block.
Count it. Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways, in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open three for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Why do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin. Positionless.
And LeBron James dominant throughout the playoffs last season, and Brent showing no signs of age.
Yeah, interesting, Kevin, if maybe LeBron got a little bit of rest, even though he was playing a ton of minutes last year on the defensive end of the floor the last month of the year. A lot of scrutiny on how the Cavs approached their last 2 months and how they slipped on that end of the floor, but no doubt about it. This is one of the greatest players that's ever played in the NBA, and the first player in NBA history, just to throw out another record, with 35 points or more in every game of a 4-game sweep in the second round against the Raptors last year.
Here's Rozier, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
For three, Calderon. A rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hits the jumper in space. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
And how about the decision-making by Tatum there? I mean, fantastic at just having a feel for what the defense is going to do and then creating the space there for the jumper.
Here's Rozier. He's guarded by Calderon. Hey, Brent, we've seen a number of super teams created via free agency or trade. Do you think that's good for the league?
I think it's great for the league. I think it's awesome to see some of the great players play on the same court together and some of the chemistry that creates. But what's been interesting over the course of the last couple seasons, Kevin, is that we've had these young marquee players stepping up in environments and with organizations now that are must-see TV. So aside from the super teams, there are young players carrying their team to hopefully greater and greater heights that keep you interested in all 30 teams in the league.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
LeBron outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And LeBron enjoys pulling the D right there, tricked them, got them in the air, and then gets himself to the free throw line.
No good on the free throw.
You know, so many people were surprised at the Kyrie Irving trade, but throughout the decades, Boston's been unafraid to pull the trigger. I mean, they moved up to number 2 to draft the great Bill Russell, moving back to number 3 to draft McHale, add Parrish, assembling the big 3 for a championship, then dismantling that big 3 for all those unprotected picks. This is an organization that stops at nothing to try and win titles. You know, thinking about Kyrie's legacy here in Boston, this is a town that cares only about championships. That's how his contribution is going to be measured. And only time will tell if he can walk in the shoes of the greatest players to ever put on a Celtics uniform.
During the pre-draft process, Brent, we're seeing more and more players refuse to work out for certain teams and for a variety of reasons. How would you feel about drafting a player who declined to work out for you?
I think I feel much better, Kevin, if I had a tremendous track record and confidence in the scouts that I have deployed throughout the season who've gone out and seen these players, not just once or twice, but 10 or 12 times over, where we could still make the assumption about what this player can do for our organization without having some personal time or the individualized workout. So it's up to your staff to do their diligence.
And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
And with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question.
Pick by Horford. Jumper off the screen. The offensive rebound. Shots good by Baines.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And here's James outside. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Irving kicks to Smart. Beyond the arc. Kept alive by Boston. Back to Irving. It's stolen by Korver.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
He painted a great picture on the offensive end with the ball movement tonight, really racked up some assists, and had some pretty sweet passes to go along with it.
A different look now for Cleveland. That's checked in for Love. Korver comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. Rozier comes in for Irving. James, no good on the free throw.
I think about LeBron James, and it's not about the job, it's how you do the job. And he's been a professional every season that he's been in the association.
And they double up James. It's stolen by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way and finish off by Brown.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
There's the pick. Smart kicks to Brown. Back to Smart. Fires the 3. Goes back up. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
One shot.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's James. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.